Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning.
Good morning, Venerable.
Good morning.
How are you?
Morning.
Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday, Lama Sonam.
Yes, happy Sunday. Okay, so always
Day before the solstice.
day before what?
One day before the solstice.
What do you mean?
Solstice tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow is the shortest day. Oh, what is the shortest day? Our practice needs longer tonight. Yeah. Okay. Oh, now. So this Tibetan called Nima. Nima law means, the short day, long day, the changing time, then the prayer Gundu Sangbo, prayer King of the Aspiration, those very power because the energy shift to changing. So we'll continue prayer and wonderful, even though our the day is short, but our practice more stronger, more concrete. So benefit many beings. Always keep in mind, practice purpose to the benefit yourself and others. This life and so many needed Buddha Dharma Sangha and taking refuge. So many ways in the Buddha Dharma is our daily life. So that is the way in some we have opportunity to practice, reminding the precious teachers and 2,600 years giving teaching one by one, and now until this 21st century also Buddha's teachings are so important. There are so many ways to finding new things, material things, many new things. Lifestyle is changing, and every different passion, design, the clothes, the food, many things. But inside the mental, the best medicine is Buddha's wisdom, and all those Buddha taught for many centuries. Still, those the best advice, the best knowledge. People make sense that way how to peace in the outer whole world, peace and harmony all the living beings, and peace to all the environment, not to disturb, and so this way everything is talked by Buddhas for a long time ago. Now these days, people say, yeah, we need this, we need this, we need that, and the humanities change. Now sometimes the developing market, they need very quick, growing, nice look, and then they put a lot of chemicals. Now people realize it's not really healthy anymore. So people let be going out the countryside. The lifestyle is changing. Try to the nature. So this is Buddha's teaching. Always talk about the Buddha nature. Buddha's teaching is every nature is introduced. We miss in the opportunity. The Buddha repeat, reminding us the nature is important. So now we will just keep in the prayer for the artistic motivation or motivated prayer, page 2. Darwa doi dom je jembe bo do jo bara je bo tom je je zo je be moi nang ga doi nyam be sem je dom de wa doi de dung e dong je nyor do la na me ba ya do ba do jon jo ram bo je do ba ra jo la la dong wa je be do no ba ra je be gen tar wa doi dam je bar do je ba ra je ba dam je do je be moi nam ga da nyam be sem je dam je de wo da de dung da je yo do la na me ya da ga zo ge jan ju rim bo do ma ra ja. All mother sentient beings, especially those enemies who hate me, obstacles who harm me, and those who create obstacles on my path to liberation and illumination, may the experience and happiness, be separate from suffering, and suitably established and stay unsurpassed, perfect, complete. Nima sa do dam ji bora de nga yesum thus, until I achieve enlightenment, perform virtue, the body, speech, and perform virtue, the body, speech, and mind. From now until this time tomorrow, I perform virtue, the body. Drenje zowa doi juvara jebe bande lama damba namlai jabzo jab yidam jingura ji lazo namlai jabzo jab sanje jamden de namlai jabzo jab tambe che namlai jabzo jab pagya gindu namlai jabzo jab Power control jojo some toy yishige janda and banam kyozo je wo tenje zowa da jubara jebe banden lama tambanam Ningodiya lazo nam loy jobzo jewo sanje jomden de nam loy jobzo jo tambe jo nam loy jobzo jewo bhagya gindu nam loy jobzo jo Pabo gandro jojo sume zo ishige jandan demba nam jobzo jewo we take refuge in the kind, root and lineage loved ones. We take refuge in deities and mandalas of the Yidam. We take refuge in all excellent Buddhas. We take refuge in the perfect Dharma. We take refuge in all. We take refuge in all noble Dakas and Dakini and Dharmagati. As I said, John joining boy Jeje Bar Sanje Nam Loi Josu Je Chudo Chanju Sambai Solang Tishin Josu Je Chidara Ngunje De Chege Chanju Tune Jeba Chanju Sembe La Bala Te Darim Shin Badang Tishin Rola Pendo Chanjo Semne Jinji Sing Tishin Tene Lapa Rinpo Shindu Lapa Renji Chanjo Nyingbo Chuje Bar Sanje Namla Jobse Chuda Chanjo Samba Ye Tsolang Tishin Jobse Chidara Ngunje Deshege Chanjo Tongne Jeba Dang Chanjo Sembe Laba Teda Rimshin Baradang Dishin Rola Pendu Chanjo Semne Jinji Tishin Tene Laba La Rimbo Shindu La Bara until I attain the heart of the enlightenment. I take refuge in all Buddhas. I take refuge in the Dharma and likewise an assembly in Bodhisattvas. As pervasive Buddhas embrace enlightenment, progressing Bodhisattvas path. Vajada entered myself in accomplishing the state and path. Zonjo Zolo Zoje Jonon Zonjo Bordo Done Joseph Tagya Jamsa Diva Zonon Jin Lobenje Zanjin Tovarasho Sanje Shodo Zoje Jonon Zonjo Bordo Done Joseph Tage Jinso Jive Sonam Ji Dola Penje Sanje and Dubarasho. In the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, most excellent. Narrow general and good deeds. May I attain Buddhahood for say all sentient Monankadanyambe Sanje Tamje Dewa Dai Dewa Judan Temparaju Dunga Dai Dunga Ge Judan Dewa Juje Dunga Mebe Dewa Dai Me Dewa Raju Nirin Chadai Nidang Dewa Danyam Lai Ne Vara Juro Je Nankada Nyambe Samje Tamje Dewa Dan Dewa Judan Dembara Jurje Dunga Dan Dunga Ge Judan Dewa Juje Dunga Mega Dewa Dan Me Dewa Juje Niren Chadan Nidang Dewa Danyam Lan Nebra Jurje. May all mother sentient beings bound the sky have happiness and cause the happiness. May they be liberated from suffering and the cause of the suffering. May they all be separated from happiness that is free from sorrow. May the rest economy be free from attachment to aversion. Page 16. Unequal refuge, the ornament of the world. You famed to perfect 3,000 world. You are the victor without doubt. About to feed the Father and Jigten Samagon. Continue acting whenever you compassionately your great blessings. Dispel the darkness and surround my heart. Please bless the real life, unravel the nature of the mind. Okay, now, based again reminding good motivation and people who sick, people who need prayer, and keep in mind, and people who pass away to rebirth of the body, pure ending, the better. So that's kind in our mind motivation, and then first in Tibetan, then English. You guys all set up? You find text? Pawan jambe shun juwa lai sai te loi. Continue so do chu jun je den lai. Du sum shi kwa mi ya sen ke gu. Ta ki ma lui te do dum je lo. Du da nga ye tang cha ji wu. Sang bu ju we ma lai du da ji. Ja wa dum je yin ke ma sum du. Shin ke du ni lu ru ba du wai. Ja wa gong la ra du sa se lo. Du je du na du ni san je nam. San je se je wu na shu ba da. De da ra chu je yin nam ma lu ba. Tam je ja wa da ge gong pa ra mu. De da nga ba me san ja zun. Yang ge yang la ja zu da gong ge. Ja wa gong ge yang de ra. De wa ra shi kwa tam je da ge do. Me do dam ba jang wa dam ba dam. Sen ye nam da ju wa do jo da. Ma me ju da do kwa jang ba. Jawa te dan la ni ju wa ra ji. Na sa tam ba nam da ju jo da. Chi me bu ma ra ra nyum ba da. Gu wa je wa ra pa ge ju gun ji. Jawa te da la ni ju wa ji. Chu wa ga nam la mi ja je wa. Te da jawa tam je la ya. Sang bu ju lo de we do da yi. Jawa gun lo chang ze ju wa ra ji. Du ja she dan ti mu wang ge. Lu da nga da di shin yi ge jang. Di ba da ge ji wa ji je wa. Te da dam je da ge su su. Ju je jawa gun da san je se dan je nam. Nam lo dam ro nam. Da wa gun je so nam kan la yin. He da gun je je so da ye. Anam chu jun je den dom me da. Chang jo ren ba san je ma cha. Gombo de da da ge tan che la. Ke le la na me wa go ve. Nyang e da do ga shi de da la. Do wa gun la pen je de we. Ke wa shin ge du ni shu. Da ga da mo la da so. Chang ze wa da ju jin sha ba dang. Chi so yi ra gu shin so wa yi. Ke wa zong se da ji chi sa. Je da ge zhang. Je ngo wo. Ga san je nam do cho je yi. Je den dan la kan shu ju wa ju. Kan ya ma ju de do ram ni wa. Sam zo chang shu ram bra san je ju. Cho jo ga le jin nam jin ni ba. De do ja ji yong su do bra ju. San ju xin wo dung xin je wa dang. San je se je ra do gang. Jo sam jang nam jin ni wa. De do da do nam de wa ju. Na wa gong ge jo ge tong nam ne. Tam ba ra ju jen ra wa do wa ju. Jo jo wa da ne da ju jen do wa gun du je wa dam ba ju. Yerba kundu chewu jiwa na dadu dane radun jawa sha. Jawa kunji jesa lo ju de songbu juwa yongsu zo che che. Chechim juwa dimi yonda kwa dadu manyum jime ju. Haye ga dalu da nunjin ke dumbum dada mi ye ke namada. Jawa gunge dage jesamba tamje gedo dage chodendo. Ejin barun janwa rabzun de chanju sunna nam ya jimanjo. Ekba kanam dewa jurwa dae dada malu yonso jaw. Le da nyamu de jela nam le do shin de do wa nam so ya. Dara be mo jim da wa sin do nam go da bo mo. Jing ge jong da jong nam je san ba ni so dong ra do shi wa ra jem. Dewa dalan dawa ganga jan dawa tamche la ne ben baraje. Chancho java yang so do je je zun je do ge ju do dum barajo. Chancho java do ne do do je mo java ganto java je. Tage jo da sangba kancho ba de do da ne do 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 barasho. Nanam dana samje jaya java dada mulama jaga. Tala bambaran java java dana sangbo java rabdu tumbanam. Jeda daya dadu java rajo dada dake namya yemenjo. Sanje seje gurve angumbo nam sum dadu dake jo. No Gawa Gundu Mijaba Tadalaya Java Jase Jawa Namje Dambe Junze Junju Java Gundu Novaje Sangwa Java Namba Java Yaya Mawa Java Gundu Java Siva Damje Doyan Gurva Nam Sonuma Yeshe Dane Meseni Ashirava Dinzi Namdarada Yonde Kunji Mezen Tutuja Yoje Dena Duni Shinam De Shindra Sanje Mejava Sanje Nam Sanje Seje Una Shubha Lai Chanchu Java Juchen Tavaraji Edara Malu Tamche Chozo Yang Tazama Julai Duzum Senje Sanje Jazu Shingam Jazu Dan Gewa Jazu Jushin Razu Zonchen Yang La Jazu Dage Ji Jawa Kunyo Yang La Nanda Kwa Jawa Kunji Samba Chishin Yang Sanje Song La Dazun Jukwa Sumi Shekwe Jawa Tamche Tang Kulu Tunum Rabdu Kurwa Ye Jeda Kenya Sun Nese La Lo Ye Toje Tajara Wa Tamche Jukwa Yang Geche Cheke Tajan Jukwa Je Kaya Gewa Tusum Tete Da Geche Chashe Kene Jukwa Sum Shekwa Meye Senge Kaha Te Da Geche Chela Da Geda Yadu Te Da Kene Chuyo La Jumara Jeve Nandara Toje Kaya Do Sum Da Ge Shengu Pa Te Do Tuje Den Dong Parado Te Dora Malu Chonum Tamje Te Jawa Namje Shenge Ma Jun Je Den Dome Nam Te Da Rinpo Tangja Gologo Nyame Te Wa Rabdu Shida Don Gombo Gonji Dundu Da Jivo Ene Nyuga Tundro Dam Nam Ta Kune Koye Tikve Do Da Da Kende Yande Jeve Dam Nam Da Kunde Jawa Chamba Da Gedo Kende Geve Sonam Dam Nam Ta Chakwa Mewa Jive Yishe Do Shedo Da Da Dinzi Do Da Ge Chancho Dam Nam Yanda Jovara Leje Dono Yonso Da Je Jen Mo Dono Kundu Jombara Je Singam jazo nambara daji samja jazo dane nambara jo janam jazo rabdu tuji yeshe jazo rabdu gombaji jawa jazo nambara daji mulum jazo rabdu zobaraji sanji jazo rabdu tuji jawa jazo minjo navani Kanya dosum shekwe jawa yu janju juwa mulam chedanam Sambo chewe chanju sanje ne tegu dage malu toparadi Yawa gunge sage togo baha gunge mena gundu sanshisha Cheba teta tungbara chewe che gewan teta tamche Chewa dane cheyo majuru cheyo de namjo to sume vasho Chewa tsame bala nene jay teta chewa tamje tsewa raji Nanga tata chewa chetam pa samche malu taya de shente Chetam leta nyamo to chewa dage malama taya teta Aya jojo shingam taye baran chinti jawa nam lambo Lada me deve chanam jaya shinga dunya jawa bhava Tangyang ove jevan jetane chanchu choke chesaram hoje Chesamya jeva jevanam Sunam dambe shodhan de joro Kange sancho molam teta ve tene so tamche pangparajo Tene tokwa ngembo pangwa ye nawa taye tenya tenya Teta nyewa ramye devara to me tenya teta lemparwa Kanto sangpo tenya tenta wa teta rimpo me to teshin Temeng awa dake dekwa nam kange meshe wange dewa da Teje sangwa jewan de chuna nyudo mala ngoto Ishe dane soda zenam tahore do kanto nam dandam parajo Teta mode mambu deme do enje de samba guna jawan Chanjo shenwan tondo tenyiron to sonne samche peche te do de Chanjo sanje kolo rabdo go edu nam te ta jewa tamche do Kaya sangpa chebe monlam te changwa tonne ton tam lokpa ye Nampara membo sanje je chanjo chola samni ma che Jambe chedara jenchen bawa tanga kundu sangku tenya tishente Cheda kunje chesu talo jen gewan teta tamche rabdo Chusum shekwe jawa tamche chi ngobo kanla chodo ngokwante Tage gewe sawan tikwa jan sangpo cheche rabdo ngowa Dane jewen tunchen jowo no dewa tamche dane chersede Onsama lawa daye te dane dewa jenke shente rabdo Dersan nene molam te da jan tamche malo ngonto njurwasho Te da malu tage yonso gaen chiten chese tamchen pembaraji Yewe jingura sanshin gawa te pema tamba jindun zaleje Mawa taye jewe ngonsum do longden panya dage dagdosho Tene dage longden rabdone duwa mumbu jawa dojaye Ji roju nangso yae semjen namla pemba Dhamma java molam dhava ye gewa jungse dage je sakwa Molam jewa deda joge do toyon do gong la ben chen chen ando sangbo jende shondong de nasanen amalu dong barai sho. Again, please. Medo dambo jongwa dambo dong, sinyo namdo chokbo do jodo, mame chodo dobo dambo ye, jawa dada lane jawaraji. Nasa dambo namdo checho dong, chime pomore ronyambo dong, jawa jewara kowe chokunji, jawa dada lane jawaraji. Dewa gayan do ja shetan temo wange ne lu dong ado di shin yike jang. Deva dage jiwa di jiwa da da dam je dage so so ja. Jo ju gunda sanje se ranje nanda lo da ma lo da. Dawa ganje sunum kala ya te da ganje je so da ye. Kanam chöchön cheden tome do chönchu tenpora sanje mojani Gompo jeta dage tamche la kolo lana mewa kowe Nyangen tato kashi teta la dovo kolo benchen teveche Ewa shenge tuni chukpa yang dage tama rajara savayi Chante wada chujin shakpa tang jisu yiran kushin suwa Yewa chungse danyin jiso kwa tamche daki chanchu chiranga wai Jeve sanje namda choche yin jidun tana kushu chuvaraju Tanyama chu teta tanyu wai samsa chanchu rambara sanje Jojo kale shinam chini pa de do jo jin so do pra jo jo shin wa do shin jo wa da san je se je ra do jo jo san jan kanam shin a ho de do da do nam de wa jo jo wa gong ge jo ge do nam ne dong pra jo je ra wan do wa Chanchu Jawa Dani Dachu Chin Jawa Kundu Jawa Dhampara Jo Sarva Kundu Jawa Jawa Nai Dadu Dani Radha Jawa Sho Jawa Kunji Jesu Lobjura De Songpo Jawa Yongsu Zoche Je Chudum Jawa Temi Yongda Bai Tato Manyam Jime Jawa Aye gada lu da nu chen je dum bum da da mi ye ga nam da da wa gung ge da ge je dam bai tam je no da ge je xian ba ro jan la ra zhen de zhen ju sim ne nam ya ji ma ju ji ba kan nam de wa ju wa da da ma lu yong se chang wa shu le da nyam mo ju ji le nam le zhu xin chi den zhu wa nam su yang che dra ba mo ju mi cha wa xin nin da nang ga ra to ba me Shinge Jondo Jonam Chedambo Sudung Rabdu Shivaraja Dewa Talan Dowa Kungu Jen Dowa Damche Lane Pambaraja Chanjo Jawa Yangso Doche Chen Sumju Dagi Judo Tumbaranjo Chango Jawa Tane Rabdu Jen Mawa Jawa Kundu Tage Juda Tungba Kancha Wad Do Dane Do 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 Basho Juda Lanam Dane Samchi Jai Chwa Tata Molam Chedo Tala Pembaran Dove Robo Tang Sangbu Chwa Rabdo Tumbanam Teta Tanya Tatu Tawarasho Teta Tage Namya Ime Sanje Saje Gorve Gombo Nam Sundatu Tage Javada Nawa Gava Gundu Mejuba Tata Laya Java Jajaji Javan Dambe Junjun Janju Juva Guntu Nawaja Nambo Java Namba Java Yaya Mama Gava Guntu Java Shiva Damche Dunya Kurvana Sunama Yeshu Dane Mesanya Tada Sharava Dindi Nandarada Yonte Gunje Mesen Zudojo Duje Dana Duni Shinam De Shindra Sanje Mejava Sanje Nam Sanje Saje Una Shukwa Lai Janju Java Joshin Davaraji Yadharamalu Dhamche Choso Yang Chotsuma Chulo Dusuma Sanyeji Sanji Chasu Shingam Chasu Dai Geva Chasu Chuchen Rasu Ancho Sanji Yangla Chasu Dagi Ji Jawa Kunya Yangla Nantakwa Jawa Kunji Sanpa Chushin Yang Yadongla Dadun Chukwa Sumi Shekwe Jawa Damche Tang Kulu Sunam Rabdu Gurvayi Teta Kenya Sunyam Mese Lai Loyi Toje Daja Tabdo Mawa Kewa Damche Chukpa Yang Kechu Chike Dajan Chukpa Ji Kanya Kewa Tusum Sete Da Kechu Chashe Jine Chukpa Ji Dosum Wami Senge Kang De Doge Ju Lo Doge Tang Tado De Doge Ne Ju Lai Jumra Ju Nandra Doge Ju Kanya Dosum Dagi Shingo Wa De Do Du Ji Deng Dong Paradu De Dharamalu Chonam Tamje De Jawa Namji Shinge Kong Kaya Majun Jadan Menam Didarim Batanja Galaga Yang Dava Rabdu Siddhadam Rambo Gunji Dundu Da Jevai Kane Nyurva Dundu Damnam Dha Gune Goye Dukha Dada Gundu Yande Jiva Damnam Da Gundu Java Jamba Dage Kondo Gava Sonam Donam Don Chokbo Miwa Jiva Yeshedo Yadava Dada Dinzi Doda Ge Janjo Dona Yanda Tovaji Yaji Adamna Yanso Daji Jin Yamu Dono Gundun Jumbaraji Yaji Adamna Dome Rabji Jia Sangpo Jiva Damne Shingham Jazo Nambara Daji Samjin Jazo Tane Nambara Jo Shunam Jazo Rado Tonjin Je Yeshe Jazo Rado Gambara Chewa Jazo Nambara Daji Molam Jazo Rado Dobara Je Sanje Jazo Rado Chuji Shingawa Jazo Mishya Javara Kaya Dosum Shikwe Chawa Yi Chanchu Chewe Molum Chetanam Chewe Chanchu Sanje Ne Tegun Dage Malu Topara Chawa Gange Sake Topo Pa Gange Mene Kundu Sanje Cha Chewa Teta Tsungbara Chewe Chare Gewa Teta Tamche Tato Zudong Wada Yi Jang Nam Da Jin Juwa Nam Da Shin Nam Yang Da Da Nanga daldo java jadam ba samjam lu da de jande jadam la da nyamu da java da ge molam da da dam aya jojo singam da e ba ren je jinde java nam lambu me yo de ba janam ja singa do ni ge wa ba Kangen wawe javan de dune don ju ju ge ju zoro moje Genji zamya dewa jiwa ne sonam dambe jodan de jodo Kange sanjo molam de dabe de nungam zo damje bang barajo Tene doba ngembo bangwa ye nama daya tenya tenyo Mezanya dadanya varanya devara to mezanya dadala bhava kanda sangha deya denda vai dadaringo medo desin Tame ngava dage deva nam gange meje wange jevada Teje sangha java deje na enyuda male yonzo javada Ishe dane suda tenam dhari dogan donam dandam parajyu Yuda mude mangbu deme do inje den sampo guna javad Janjo shang jungdo denyurando sone samje penche de do de Janjo sanje golo rabdo go donamada da javad amje Kaya sambo java mum de changwa dana dono lo vaye nambara memba sanju jen chanju chola samye ma bechen da jen chen bawa tang kundu sambo tenya de jen de Teta kunje jeso talo je gewa teta tamje rato Chusum shekwe jawa tamche ki ngowa kanlo chodo ngawande Take kewe tawande kun jan sangpo choche rabdo ngawaraji Tani chewe tuche jorwa na tibo tamche tani chirsete Ngum nama taye tetan Jawa jenge shinde rabdo Charsana molam zeda jan tamje malo ngandu juvasyo Jeda malo dage yonso gaen juden jese simjen pembaraji Jewe jinguro sanshin gawa de bemo tambo shintun zaleje Nawa doye jewe ngonso do longten panya dage dadosho Tene dage longten ratone Druwa mambo chewa chajaye Loye dobji choju namzu yang Semje namla pemba mambo je Sangpa chewe molam tawa ye Gewa zungse dage je sakpa Tene tawa molam gewa nam Geche cheke tamchen chomarajo Sangpa chewa yung songa le Sonam taye tamba gandu de Rebe donge chu chungwa nama opa mebe nero tawa Molom jewa de da choge zo toyon ruwa kunla ben chen chen Kundu sangpo jimbe shang chong de Sona nam malu dong bara sho Okay, now English.
Homage to Manjushri, the youthful. To all the Buddhas, the lions of the human race, in all directions of the universe, through past and present and future, to every single one of you I bow in homage. Devotion fills my body, speech, and mind. Through the power of this prayer, aspiring to good action, all the victorious ones appear, vivid here before my mind. And I multiply my body as many times as atoms in the universe, each one bowing in prostration to all the Buddhas. In every atom preside as many Buddhas as there are atoms, and around them all their bodhisattva heirs. And so I imagine them filling completely the entire space of reality, saluting them with an endless ocean of praise, with the sounds of an ocean of different melodies. I sing the Buddha's noble qualities, and I praise all those who have gone to perfect bliss. To every Buddha I make offerings of the loveliest flowers, of beautiful garlands, of music and perfumed ointments, the best of parasols, the brightest lamps and finest incense. To every Buddha I make offerings, exquisite garments and the most fragrant scents, powdered incense heaped as high as Mount Meru, arranged in perfect symmetry. Then the vast and unsurpassable offerings, inspired by my devotion to all the Buddhas, and moved by the power of my faith and good actions, I prostrate and offer to all you victorious ones. Whatever negative acts I have committed, while driven by desire, hatred, and ignorance, with my body, my speech, and also with my mind, before you I confess and purify each and every one. With a heart full of delight, I rejoice at all the merits of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, Pratyeka Buddhas, those in training and the Arhats beyond training, and every living being throughout the entire universe. You who are like beacons of light shining through the worlds, who pass through the stages of enlightenment to attain Buddhahood, freedom from all attachment, I exhort you, all of you protectors, turn the unsurpassable wheel of Dharma. Joining my palms together, I pray, to you who intend to pass into nirvana, remain for eons as many as the atoms in this world, and bring well-being and happiness to all living beings. What little virtue I have gathered through my homage, through offering, confession, and rejoicing, through exhortation and prayer, all of it, I dedicate to the enlightenment of all beings. Let offerings be made to Buddhas of the past, and all who now dwell throughout the 10 directions of this universe. Let all who are yet to come swiftly fulfill their wishes and attain the stages of enlightenment and Buddhahood. Let as many worlds as there are in all the 10 directions transform into realms that are vast and utterly pure, filled with Buddhas who have sat before the mighty Bodhi tree, around them all their bodhisattva sons and daughters. Let as many sentient beings as there are in all the 10 directions live always and forever in happiness and health. Let all beings meet the Dharma that befits them best, and so may all they hope for be fulfilled. As I practice the training for enlightenment, may I recall all my previous births, and in my successive lives through death and through rebirth, may I always renounce the worldly life. Training in the footsteps of all the victorious Buddhas, may I bring good action to perfection, and my moral conduct be taintless and pure, never lapsing, and always free from fault. In the language of the gods, nagas, and yakshas, in the language of demons and of humans too, in however many kinds of speech there may be, I shall proclaim the Dharma in the language of all. Taming my mind and striving in the paramitas, I will never forget the bodhicitta. May all my harmful actions and the obscurations they cause be completely purified, every single one. May I be freed from karma, harmful emotions, and the work of negativity, and act for all beings in the world. Just like the lotus flower to which mud and water cannot cling, or sun and moon that course unhindered through the sky. Throughout the reach and range of the entire universe, I shall pacify completely the suffering of all the lower realms. I shall lead all beings to happiness, and work for the ultimate benefit of each and every one. I shall bring enlightened action to perfection, serve beings so as to suit their needs, teach them to accomplish good actions, and continue this throughout all the eons to come. May I always meet and be accompanied by those whose actions accord with mine, and in body, speech, and mind as well. May our actions and aspirations always be one. May I always meet spiritual friends who long to be of true help to me, and who teach me the good actions. Never will I disappoint them. May I always behold the Buddhas here before my eyes, and around them all their bodhisattva sons and daughters, without ever tiring, throughout all the eons to come. May the offerings I make them be endless and vast. May I maintain the sacred teachings of the Buddhas and cause enlightened action to appear. May I train to perfection in good actions and practice these in every age to come. As I wander through all states of samsaric existence, may I gather inexhaustible merit and wisdom, and so become an inexhaustible treasury of noble qualities, of skill and discernment, samadhi and liberation. In a single atom may I see as many pure realms as atoms in the universe, and in each realm Buddhas beyond all imagining, encircled by their bodhisattva heirs. Along with them may I perform the actions of enlightenment. And so, in each direction, everywhere, even on the tip of a hair, may I see an ocean of Buddhas, all to come in past, present, and future, in an ocean of pure realms. And throughout an ocean of eons, may I enter into enlightened action in each and every one. Each single word of a Buddha's speech, that voice with its ocean of qualities, bears all the purity of the speech of all the Buddhas, sounds that harmonize with the minds of all living beings. May I always be engaged with the speech of the Buddhas. With all the power of my mind, may I hear and realize the inexhaustible melody of the teachings spoken by all the Buddhas of past, present, and future, as they turn the wheels of Dharma. Just as the wisdom of the Buddhas penetrates all future eons, so may I too know them instantly, and in each fraction of an instant, may I know all that will ever be in past, present, and future. In an instant, may I behold all those who are the lions of the human race, the Buddhas of past, present, and future. May I always be engaged in the Buddha's way of life and action, through the power of liberation, where all is realized as like an illusion. On a single atom, may I actually bring about the entire array of pure realms of past, of present, and future, and then enter into those pure Buddha realms in each atom and in each and every direction. When those who illuminate the world still to come gradually attain Buddhahood, turn the wheel of Dharma, and demonstrate the final profound peace of Nirvana, may I always be in their presence. Through the power of swift miracles, the power of the vehicle like a doorway, the power of conduct that possesses all virtuous qualities, the power of loving kindness all pervasive, the power of merit that is totally virtuous, the power of wisdom free from attachment, and the powers of knowledge, skillful means, and samadhi, may I perfectly accomplish the power of enlightenment. May I purify the power of karma, destroy the power of harmful emotions, render negativity utterly powerless, and perfect the power of good actions. I shall purify oceans of realms, liberate oceans of sentient beings, understand oceans of Dharma, realize oceans of wisdom, perfect oceans of actions, fulfill oceans of aspirations, serve oceans of Buddhas, and perform these without ever growing weary through oceans of eons. All the Buddhas throughout the whole of time attained enlightenment through good actions. In their prayers and aspirations for enlightened action, may I fulfill them all completely. The eldest of the sons of all the Buddhas is called Samantabhadra, all good. So that I may act with a skill like his, I dedicate fully all these merits. To purify my body, my speech, and my mind as well, to purify my actions in all realms, may I be the equal of Samantabhadra in his skill and good dedication. In order to perform the full virtue of good actions, I shall act according to Manjushri's prayers of aspiration, and without ever growing weary, in all the eons to come, I shall perfectly fulfill every one of his aims. Let my bodhisattva acts be beyond measure. Let my enlightened qualities be measureless too. Keeping to this immeasurable activity, may I accomplish all the miraculous powers of enlightenment. Sentient beings are as limitless as the boundless expanse of space. So shall my prayers of aspiration for them be as limitless as their karma and harmful emotions. Whoever hears this king of dedication prayers and yearns for supreme enlightenment, who even once arouses faith, will gain true merit greater still than by offering the victorious Buddhas infinite pure realms in every direction, all ornamented with jewels, or offering them all the highest joys of gods and humans for as many eons as there are atoms in those realms. Whoever truly makes this aspiration to good actions will never again be born in lower realms. They will be free from harmful companions and soon behold the Buddha of boundless light. They will acquire all kinds of benefits and live in happiness. Even in this present life, all will go well, and before long they will become just like Samantabhadra. All negative acts, even the 5 of immediate retribution, whatever they have committed in the grip of ignorance, will soon be completely purified if they recite this aspiration to good actions. They will possess perfect wisdom, beauty, and excellent signs, be born in a good family and with a radiant appearance. Demons and heretics will never harm them, and all 3 worlds will honor them with offerings. They will quickly go beneath the Bodhi tree, and there they will sit to benefit all sentient beings, then awaken into enlightenment, turn the wheel of Dharma, and tame Mara with all his hordes. The full result of keeping, teaching, or reading this prayer of aspiration to good actions is known to the Buddhas alone. Have no doubt, supreme enlightenment will be yours. Just as the Bodhisattva Manjushri attained omniscience, and Samantabhadra too, all these merits now I dedicate to train and follow in their footsteps. As all the victorious Buddhas of past, present, and future praise dedication as supreme, so now I dedicate all these roots of virtue for all beings to perfect good actions. When it is time for me to die, let all that obscures me fade away. So I look on Amitabha there in person and go at once to his pure land of Sugavati. In that pure land may I actualize every single one of all these aspirations. May I fulfill them each and every one and bring help to beings for as long as the universe remains. Born there in a beautiful lotus flower, in that excellent and joyous Buddha realm, may the Buddha Amitabha himself grant me the prophecy foretelling my enlightenment. Having received the prophecy there, with my billions of emanations sent out through the power of my mind, may I bring enormous benefit to sentient beings in all the 10 directions. Through whatever small virtues I have gained by reciting this aspiration to good actions, may the virtuous wishes of all beings' prayers and aspirations all be instantly accomplished. Through the true and boundless merit attained by dedicating this aspiration to good actions, may all those now drowning in the ocean of suffering reach the supreme realm of Amitabha. May this king of aspirations bring about the supreme aim and benefit of all infinite sentient beings. May they perfect what is described in this holy prayer uttered by Samantabhadra. May the lower realms be entirely emptied.
Okay, thanks. Now, 10-minute break, tea break. After that, then we have the Mani Gambum. Okay.
Would you like coffee?
Coffee?
Yes.
Sure.
All right.
Coffee is welcome. Coffee welcome. Tea welcome. Give me the text, the money book here. Not this one. Good morning again. So continue the Mani Gambum. So Mani Gambum, wrote by King Sonzen Gambo. King Sonzen Gambo is the manifestation of the Buddha compassion. So Buddha compassion or Avalokiteshvara or Guanyin Pusa. This extraordinarily the essence Buddha's combining one form. The Buddha Avalokiteshvara is the represented, and all the Buddhas and compassion represented. Likewise, the Buddha gives so many teachings. Maybe only Shakyamuni Buddhas giving 84,000. Likewise, the previous Buddhas give them thousands and millions different teachings, but combining to put a very short sentence, the essence of the Buddha's sutras and tantras, the collecting teachings called 6 syllable mantras. So this text telling for us what is the significant benefit practice for the Buddha compassion Avalokiteshvara, imagination, visualization, as well as the recitation of the mantra. Of course, the deep in heart is the bodhicitta. Those combining together, and you have the capacity to liberate and yourself, and also you can liberate others. So they when reciting practice, meditation is a part of the called samadhi. And then we reciting or meditation try to be carefully not creating things. This the moral ethics, shila, and everything what they're giving the information. So what is right, what is wrong, we will understanding the knowledge. This is called the primordial wisdom or pranjas. So those essence of Buddha's teaching, the subject combining together. Then here is very kindly Buddha's, the King Sonzen Gampo gives the group or community practice, how to practice, individual practice, how to do, and there also there's some wise mind person can how to do, or the less or more devotion practitioner how they do. So there are so many ways to explain. There are 3 ways to the sort of the big, the base of the chapters, part of the sutras, Doyugor, and also the how to meditation sections, also the advice sections. So we've been in this one, in the second volume. We explained many things. Continue here. First, we will read English. The last couple of days, people Sangha requested first English read, and then I will do traditional way. Once read, and then I will try to explain. Then we can conversation what is mean as well. So remember last time left word there? Okay. Second
Oral instructions of the hidden arising in manifestation. Second, within the oral instruction of the hidden arising in manifestation are 3 parts. First, though it exists within oneself, because it is obscured, it is not recognized. As for the oral instruction of the hidden arising in manifestation, is like opening the eyes of a blind person. For example, a universal monarch became blind. Though the major and minor marks existed within him, it depends on the condition of a physician. By a skillful physician removing faults of the cataracts and so forth, The major and minor marks that exist within one are manifested. So, though Dharmakaya exists within all beings, having been obscured by habitual patterns of ignorance, it is not known. After the oral instructions of the Lama have been taught, by practicing them, the undefiled nature of mind is recognized as Dharmakaya. Second, the oral instructions of making manifest what is hidden because of obscuration of objects being grasped as eternal are like the figure of one's face arising in a mirror. For example, in a clear, luminous mirror, a reflection arises as good, and bad faults and virtues are distinguished. So, by the alaya vinaya being realized to be empty and transparent, there is no place for habitual patterns to be collected. If it is realized that all of samsara and nirvana arises from that state, one is a Buddha. If it is not realized, by producing the cause of being born in the impurity of samsara, there is a fault. Third, in the non-duality of these two, not recognizing obscurations, the oral instructions of making the hidden arise in manifestation are like pulling a jewel out of the mind. For example, if that wishing jewel exists below in the mud, though a ground of all that is needed and desired exists,
Okay.
one cannot establish it.
Okay. All right. So now the last chapter they explained, remember, in the our own nature or purity mind, they will something we inviting to empower, we call empowerment. So when they empower your mind to the co-emerging the wisdom and samaya is emerging, looks like the milk and water put together in a sort of the inseparable way. So this is the before the last chapter explained. When they introduce the pure nature of what we have, but we have some conditions cannot cover, they cannot see what is the Buddha nature, what we have. So in Tibetan language called Shidyavara Ningbus, the seed of the Tathagata Garbha is no different than the Lord Buddha in ourselves. They're all same. The Lord Buddha was the polish for the benefit thinking of the others. For ordinary sentient being, always thinking in the sub-grasping. That's why in the Tibetan called Zimba. So this grasping looks like crazy glues. You cannot move. Once you're stuck there, while you're stuck there, because the name of the crazy glues. The crazy glue, and sometimes you can take out. But the sub-grasping is not easy to take out, not ready to go. Even though some things happen, days ago, weeks ago, years ago, many years ago, but holding in the deep in the heart. And there are so many ways we need to holding. The most time we forgot, we have so many good experience. Say such place, the holy place, we meet great teacher, and the teachings are wonderful, the landscape is wonderful. Likewise, you have so many different experience, but those just like disappear like the rainbow. And then you're holding unnecessary things, holding. Yeah, she said, he says, this long time ago, I can't believe he is my best friend. That's what they told me, and this, that. So those kind, holding. As long as you grasping is the holding, then you don't have the freedom mind to enjoy and peace. That's impossible because you block all those awarenesses block. So this the grasping is this kind of energy to block. There's no way to awareness. So now here they break down for the open gate for the grasping, and you never seen before. Now you can see something very extraordinary, and you never heard. Now you can hear something because you more the open, the more the receive, more the receive, more the growing in your shining the mind. For example, say seed is very good for the barley seed, barley, but they need to soil, land, water, heat, wind, perfect temperature. If you will only the barley holding to your hand, it cannot grow, or put it in the container, it didn't grow. They need good condition. So here is but the nature also we have, but need to good the teachings. The teachings like the Mani Gambum, or the teacher like King Sondan Gambo. That is way to open the box, and we can see what we have, what I have. So here is the three ways to the put instruction, just early the explanation. So this way, we have the Buddha nature as our the root, the consciousness. It didn't see because we didn't clean up. So likewise, here said the universal royal king. There are so many need excellent major minors. The 80 minors and the 32 major excellent. The persons maybe some little bit eyesight is some problems or carrot. They specialize, the doctor can remove this character, and then he will becoming the king of the excellent. Those excellent, the universal kings need a lot of accumulated merit. It's not by wealth or fame or family member cannot reach. This we have this mountain. If your money or power, you can become kings and queens, or maybe ministers, or maybe president, and some things happen. But this is a different kind of need conditions. Even though this they have need to polish. So I explained this one also last time. One the Christian priest said, somebody moving to the now, the immigration moving different place to next to your neighbor. And the first they said, look, there's immigration people so dirty, very dirty, look close, very dirty. Everything's dirty, it's not clean. They don't know how to make it clean. And then the next day, a couple of days, they were washing, clothes, then hang up on the outside. The person who's saying, this is look outside, say, oh, now they're learning how to clean. They wash the clothes, but still it's not perfect because still dirty. Clothes just maybe soak the water, then maybe take out, still is dirty. And then the next day, what happened was the husband cleaned their own window, the house, the lady looking at the kitchen, for example, in the kitchen and looking outside the yard, and somebody hang up the clothes. She thought as the other's clothes very dirty because she didn't recognize her window need to wash, need to clean. Then the next day, and she see, wow, look, honey, now they know exactly what we use the clothes. They're so clean. And then the husband said, darling, I did clean our window this morning. So you get it, the story? Everyone, yes? Okay. I think this is good Buddha nature, see? So sometimes we see always the deity outside or other is the deity, but they don't recognize our own deity is don't recognize. But once we polish in our own mind, then we see the beautiful outside and beautiful inside. This way, even though he is a kings, they're all the base of the measure and manner excellent, but small spark in his eyes. As soon as he removed and he was shunned, and people recognize he is the universal king. So this also needed to, the very skillful, the doctor can remove his cataracts, Tibetan called lingdo or cataracts. After is moved as soon, then the king is becoming more, his excellency physically and all those things. So likewise, all the sentient beings, they have the seed of the Dharma Dadu right at the beginning, but we have the habit of the ignorance. That's the cover cannot see anymore. They temporarily. So this is the printing or the habit, just again something. So that's where when there's good things, the Buddha's teaching is the good things, how much you creating negativity sense. If not a wrong view, everything is a wash, everything's purified. If you denied it or wrong view, Tibetan called logda, it's very difficult to train because your mind is a wrong direction. As soon as you turn around, like or say people training the wild horsemen live in the mountain, but the people training is not easy to control short period of time. When the horse recognized the person didn't no longer trade for him or her, the horse usually they kicked, they're showing the fit first. It's my territory, this belongs to me, then nobody can touch me, something like this. A wild horse, of course. Later just chasing, the horse also recognized because they are many times chasing, but didn't hurt for me, didn't trade me. The horse recognized when the horse face trained to the person, then the person recognized now for the horse will deal to work team. When the horse is showing in the fit, it's not the time. So likewise here, holding the grasping, it looks like horse fit. Looking for the in Latin, by showing the fit, it didn't work that way. Like the wrong views, this kind of danger. After the renunciation or maybe understanding the phenomena, how to work cause and condition, then the horse facing toward to the training, and then it works. So similar here, um, the how to introduce the nature of the Dharma Dadu mind. There's also before remember, not only every doctor cannot remove. Somebody doctors specialize. Say he is kidney specialized, he is maybe liver, he's heart and brain and so forth. Those are specialized. And the person who removed cataract, what do you say?
Cataract?
Cataracts. So he or she can, they are specialized. They have skill. Likewise here, so also our nature mind to the only the experienced great master can showing the fit instruction, and you will just through the happy, through effort, you will finding and you can recognize I have this kind of value. After that, then the nature of your own mind, it is for the Dharma Dadu. This Dharma Dadu is no different than others, the sages or noble mind, or the Dharma Dadu, or recognize Chukur Washimba. First need to introduce, then recognize. So like this way, the skillful way. So now that we recognize the outer things, all the outer things just a reflection. Nothing is existent or permanent way, just a reflection. So the reflection in the clear mirror, the mirror can reflection any object from the mirror without hesitation, anything. Likewise, the mind is very powerful and the creating positive, all the peace and happiness and everything is just right away. When they see the negativity as a plan or creating and suffering is short or long is just a plan. Similar, the negative is like drop, oil in your book. You need clean right away. Otherwise, the book maybe say 20 page or maybe 50 page. Sooner or later, all 50 pages going to the oil, even the one single drop. So before, as soon as you move the page, the 49 page is saved. So this kind of grasping is very powerful. So when the grasping is introduced, nothing grasping, and then you can see the clear in the mirror, but nothing existent in the mirror. That's where the recognize. Again, we talked this many times called rangshar rangdur, self-rising, sub-liberate. That's very powerful. Some of the people say, oh, this anxiety, that's very bad. He make me very difficult situation. No, that's you give for space to make you nuts, You need to see what is good for you, but that's very important to rangshar rangdu, the self-rising and sub-liberate. It's like the showing in the mirror. Mirror don't have any hesitance. The perfect way showing whatever the front object. And also good or bad or yellow or green, any color also, no change anything. Because they not need changing. Likewise, the nature of the mind, nothing change. Because whatever the nature is what they have, all the excellent qualities. So this way, so some do call it, one we try to first we accumulating to fixing things. And the mind is in the cover part we will fixing or maybe clean and polish, but natural part you cannot fix because they not need fix. They're only fixing the outside, the reflection part. So this way here, Sunyi Charwadang. So when they see the mirror condition showing, there's a size, color, everything showing there. But now you need only to digestion, what is the taste, and so on and so forth. But the outer showing is the like mirror. So that's the sometimes we call empty means nothingness. It's not a nothing. This is a nothingness, just the pure. And you cannot hold anything, but every energy, every movement is you can see clear in everything. So Quincy number she was. So this called the nature of the mind or the base of the all the consciousness or foundations, foundation of your soul or consciousness or mind. So this is right at the beginning of the pure. So this way, this foundation cannot holding many good and bad together. So if they hold it together, maybe then you need to, or always need holding. When you can just see like clothes washing, washing away, and there no any dirty in the cloth. Because when you recognize and just recognize, wash away. So likewise, the samsara in nirvana, and the samsara in nirvana is the same. That is way. When you recognize, you think this is such wonderful. We have here, American said, right? Life's good. You recognize good and there's no bad. And some people say, all lives are bad. There's no space in good because the only one consciousness can experience. So you said it's sweet, mean there's no space to the sour. You said this too hot or spicy, and there's no chance with the sweet. Maybe conditioned outside, the most the experience in the mind, you know. So that is where how the reflection of the samsara and nirvana, the only one seed. So all those there are sub-rising in this kind of seed is called the foundation mind, which number Shiva. So they want to recognize called nirvana or the peace and happiness, unrecognized called the samsara. As long as you recognize, you no longer continue to the samsara, even though you are the looks like samsara, but your mental labels are much different than other beings. If you are in this same place, but you didn't recognize, you are in the deeper in the merge in the samsara. Okay. Now, you third non-duality way to purification, recognize, and the jewel come out of the merge. Yeah, this way.
Third, in the non-duality of these two, not recognizing obscurations, the oral instructions of making the hidden arise in manifestation are like pulling a jewel out of the mud. For example, if that wishing jewel exists below in the mud, though a ground of all that is needed and desired exists, one cannot establish it. After it is pulled from the mud, by knowing the jewel, it is washed with 3 washings and wiping, then attached to the tip of a victory banner. By making offerings, all one wishes for that is needed or desired is established. Similarly, the jewel-like nature of one's mind exists in the completely luminous state of Dharmakaya. In the beginning, by the prajna, superior knowledge of hearing, all the defilements of the kleshas are polished away. In the middle, by the prajna of contemplating, obscurations of knowables are wiped away. Finally, because awareness is exalted by the prajna arising from meditation, all the good qualities of the kayas and wisdoms arise. Transparent oral instructions, penetrative. Third, within transparent oral instructions are 3 parts. First, for example, as southern bamboo grows straight and the middle is empty and has nothing superimposed, one's own unfabricated nature of mind is meditated on as a primordial Buddhahood, that is, as unmade. Sentient beings have natural cleverness that is unfabricated. The natural state, the way things are, exists straightforwardly. In the essence is without concept and object. Since it is beyond identification and extremes of arising and cessation, and eternalism and nihilism, it has no superimpositions.
Okay. All right. So now, and here the explanation in the third, the hidden instruction. The instruction is like very important, giving for similar easy way these days we will use it. Example, I always say like GPS, you know. So this hidden great yogis and yoginis, they can see different treasures in different parts. And sometimes the sentient beings, they think I'm the ignorance, I don't have this quality, I don't have this and this, I'm the poor outside, I don't have money, poor, I don't have inside everything's knowledge, I'm poor. They think it's very poor. And then somebody say, oh, you're a very rich person. And they're thinking, oh my goodness, he or she's teasing me. They know I'm the only one beggar in this town. And then somebody say, no, you're rich. Look what I found, you know. So this person showing the belongs to this person's private the property or the land, property, right?
Property.
Property. And then the founding piece of the diamond, all there are some these days you can find maybe oil. And as soon as the miners digging and the beggar is becoming very rich very soon. Sim, the mind is, you know, when you want some open to your mind and you cannot believe how much you have the experience. I didn't read on the old books, but you guys remember the lady in England, almost homeless lady. She wrote 3-4 books for the what is the book very famous?
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter, right? She is not rich. The beginning, people look down for her. Later, I heard, and she's more wealthy than almost looks like Queen Elizabeth. Maybe she has less jewels and old maybe items like those, less. But the money wise, she is rich, and she is early her the life in the homeless. So we have here the Cambridge. One lady is she never washed, very like yogi style long hair. The people say she is the best poem writer. You can ask for her. She just always carrying one book and pen. She can write. So this we remember I explained many times. Also, there one TV channel. Remember what this one? Undercover Buddha. Undercover homeless. Looks like homeless, but is not homeless. So this way, see, Bodhisattva coming to the sentient being. Looks like he is homeless. Looks like he is crazy. Looks like she is crazy. That is the way to elaborate because that's called skillful method. You know, Bodhisattva was not necessarily the tuxedos and jeans and suit, and not necessarily. Okay, in Latin, call it as beyond those the object. When you see, and you are the Buddha. So likewise, we need to recognize we have the same potential. Just remember this many again. We have all the same in the Buddha's quality. Likewise, right now we're thinking that I'm poor. When the people pull out the jewel in your property, and you will become rich. That is why here say, so the precious jewels, and you becoming the rich. So they also the 3 way to clean. First the rock and the jewels to polish, and then the subtle material, then more smoother. Likewise, washing. First, you can wash in the ordinary waters, and then you wash for the milks. Then you can wash all the medicine put together, and after that, then you can the full moon put in the Victoria banner in the your top the roof of the house when the moon arising in the east, and then the moon reflection to the jewel, then they give you wishing fulfilled. Likewise, our mind, the fifth instruction and directions the teachers are give for us, and you recognize your mind the same facing. That's it. Boom! Looks like your reflection in the mirror. It's not too far. That's why here explain. Damne donne norbu kenji tuba sumdang chiwa sumji genzen ta ne chebe gondo chi duba tu duba, you know. So likewise, this is, jewel is unrecognizing our own place long time. Now you can see value to how much benefit. Likewise, when we recognize our mind, and then makes sense, precious human body, precious life can do many things. Unrecognized, then just only one of them being. It's not much precious. So this precious human body, this kind precious mind recognize more easy than any other. So then this way they go, the hour or the nature of the mind is so clarity, the dharma dhatu body, dharma dhatu mind, dharma dhatu activities. Those means the boundless or countless or sizeless to help. That's the three ways to remember jewels, the washing, polish. Likewise, you recognize the Dharma ways, the three ways. First, the hearing for learning, the base of the wisdom, what is right. For example, 10 virtue is a right to practice. 10 non-virtue is not good for any society, any beings. For example, the killing. Killing is Buddhism or non-Buddhism, or any beings, they have value their own life. Likewise, we do those kind in the 10 virtues, practice as much as can. And thus they create increasing our cumulative merit. After that a while, then you to put in the your base, the wisdom, the subtle part, the purification, the polish, the thinking to how to do process. Third, and the wisdom can continue to mindfulness way to meditate. And then there's come out the shining of the jewel. Likewise, remember early the royal king or the Dharma kings, they have the excellent measure and manner that's come out. So likewise here, so the first, the hearing, the afflicted emotions roughly to purify, to understand how is the important, how is the danger if not purified. Okay, likewise, then the second is now you recognize need to holding to meditate continue. Our mind is right at the beginning and they cannot mark or cannot infect any negativities because of pure nature. Like here, the southern bamboos looks like. The southern, it doesn't matter southern, northern, any bamboo is, you can see the hollow inside. So all the bamboo means inside the hollow. So likewise, our own mind is always the purity. When you recognize one type, the bamboo, you not need search all different bamboo, different part. Same, you recognize your own mind, recognize this base of the you experience to same as others, because they're taught about sages say this way to you experience. When you meditate, then only through the meditated learning outside. Yes, the academic level, we understand the names and the colors and the counting and so forth. But experience, you need to effort, continue to think in meditation, come out this realization. So this is the nature of the powerful mind. It's not coming from the Buddha's giving for you. This you have the orally you have, but the Buddha showing the how to shun. This also, even though Buddha's not here, but nature mind is, didn't go to worse or changing anything. Or Buddha here, nothing getting better, but nature part is the same. The Buddha Dharma Sangha give you how to the use to become whatever the necessary in the basis showing out. So temporary sentient beings, they are we call afflictive emotions or illusions. Those kind of we will they recognize. This way, people they give the 8 different examples. Chasing the mirage, right? Chasing the echo. Those is not real, but the people thinking it's just real. And the illusions or magicians. So those kind, and when you recognize nothing's exists in the outside, and that is where, and you cannot holding any grasping object, anything. When you recognize, then you see the mirage is just a revelation, but it's not the water you recognize. Okay, now one time. Okay, now a few minutes we have if we have some. So next one is language. Next one is crazy elephant, right? Okay, anybody have any conversations? What there? Next one,
Yes.
yes.
Um,
Yes.
relative reality. Are you? Oh, now I forgot my question. You'll have to come back to me.
Relative is forgot, but absolute is maybe not forgot.
I forgot my question.
Okay.
What, Lama, do you want to give the transmission in Tibetan now?
Which one?
For what we just discussed, you haven't given the transmission.
Yeah, the transmission sort of, when I read first, this is part of the transmission. Then coming back to explain. Just remember 3 things always: empowerment, and then transmissions, and the explanations. So what I'm trying to right now to explain. Then before I read is the sort of the transmission.
Oh, but you haven't read in Tibetan.
I read in Tibetan.
Oh, you
Because
did?
yes, because when you meditate, your single point is so strong, you cannot hear difference between English and Tibetan. I read in Tibetan.
Oh, I
Oh,
thought
yeah.
you only read in English. Oh, okay. Sorry.
No, not need, sorry. That's why telling your mind is one thing. In meditate, you cannot hear the other things. It's not bad, it's good.
I remember my question.
Wow.
I don't. Okay, so are you saying that relative reality is a mirror reflection of the mind?
Yes, but need to relative mind looks like the real. And you recognize, it's nothing real, like dream, we call it daydream and night dreams. And in the dream, you think is a relatively truth because, I have good feeling, I'm with a friend, go to hiking the mountain, something, and then you wake up, you are in your room, it's not in the mountain. And you recognize this looks like an only illusion. By the moment in the dream, you knew it's relatively truth because your mind traveling with a friend and things like that. So now here, relative truth, we see something real, but the reflection they recognize nothing's real. So this is just a revelation, Let's go, yeah. Reflection is good, you recognize. Unrecognized thinking is real. So let's see here, the Lama Sonam is real, right? Elizabeth is real, and all other our sanghas are real. But you can see at this computer, 20, 30 people, how you can fit it, how you can make your bodies look like thin, like paper. This way do you recognize this is just a revelation. But otherwise, remember the great Milareva's story. He's not smaller, and the yak horn is not bigger, but perfect fit in the horn. Likewise, the computer screen or cell phone screen. How many people were right now in this moment there? So that's a good example. So we recognize, we see, I see you, you see me. That's good enough. So nothing holding, grasping, you know. So this is just see and just release. And that's a good way to freedom your mind. This is the great sage Teluba said. When you appear and when you see, when you hear, when you taste, all those 6 skandhas we need to perfect way to you can feel. If you didn't smell, this is your problem because you didn't know it's good and bad. If you didn't see it as the colors and size, and your eye vision is a problem. You can see everything clear and hear and so forth. But at the same time, no grasping. So that's why the reflection is just okay. In the rainbow is outside, everybody know, and everybody know it's sooner or later disappear. So emotions are rising, the good or bad like rainbow, strong like bad, and you need to release. If not, holding is very good for the practice. So we have problems just holding here. I don't like this one. I don't like this one. This culture, that's make you more difficult. That's why people say, no, I'm not looking TV anymore. See, there's a problem. The TV don't mind you'll watch or not. TV don't mind it, but we don't mind. So I don't like this one because this and that. So mirror is a TV. You can see now you the example. The TV doesn't matter. You can channel change local news to whatever you will change it. The TV never say, I'm too tired, because they continue your the power, continual reflection. Mind is always the exciting, the more thought arising. And you will just grasping and holding one place, and you cannot move the next channel because you stuck there. Say, oh yeah, I like this song, or I like this what do you call landscape. Then you can stay there a while. You can see when they're holding the remote control, you don't like something, you very fast. Then the remote control you can change very quick. Even though remote control didn't work, you push very hard because you don't want to see. And sometimes you, in the almost the end of the story, you want to back one more time because you're the base of the holding, attachment or grasping, and the holding again and again. And the other side, you're maybe is not attached on anger. It's just easy to go past, easy to go past.
Thank you.
Venerable, I have
Yes.
several questions. In the practice, when we practice, and when first introduced to these things, where I myself, I'm speaking, of course, of myself, I'm concentrating on the words and the recitation.
Yes.
And how do we balance that with holding those who we are praying for?
Recitation and imagination looks like cell phone charger, you know, there's our awareness charging. When you with the cell phone charging, not need any imagination, but just as soon as the connection, the wire and the charge. When the reciting, meditation, outer invitation, inner consultation, you becoming like that way. Attachment is a different way. Attachment is 2 things, right? Oh, I want this one because I want it. See, it's only I use. I want to become like Buddha and Bodhisattva because I like to help the other beings. Looks like attachment. It's very different. See, the Buddhism is very unique, very unique. And other most Judaism, Christian, Muslim, any other religion cannot say, I want to become like Jesus. And you think you're crazy, you know? Jesus, son of the always sent for here to help. And the Holy Father and Son, Spirit together, that's the only one day job. Nobody can compete for them, or nobody become like those Holy Father and or sun and spirit, right? The Buddhism is unique. I want to become Dada. I will become Jeresik. And then text never say, oh, it's illegal, or it's danger. You cannot become the Buddha, because you're male, you cannot practice the female enlightened like Dada. So that is why when we practice them, non-duality, our consciousness is not male, not female. It's energy, whatever reflection, just we talk in the mirror, exactly to benefit. Whatever the benefit, just arising. That's why they're charging, because our self-grasping is too much use. Awareness battery is gone. Awareness battery is not working. Self-grasping is all is full, 100 always number 100 to charge. So then we have no use the awareness wisdom. We need a charge, and then the balance. First balance, awareness, and the grasping. And then the everyday just higher, the higher awareness, understanding, less to the sub-grasping. So like then your mind is just like bird fly in any place, because you open, allowed to go out. Otherwise, the same bird, but we put sub-grasping the small catch in the small box. You cannot fly any place. So this way, visualization, recitation is we open the box.
Open the box. And one of my experiences as I'm in the recitation, let's say, well, today is my son's birthday, so I'm having him in my mind greatly, but occasionally when reciting, I go, oh yeah, I am my brother and his wife. And, and in a way, my mind travels in a way to other important people in my life to do that. I mean, I'm assuming it's not incorrect or correct. I'm just wondering about guidance upon that particular kind of thought process.
Yes, it's not bad. You will just good, because by the way, happy birthday, your son. And
Thank you.
You're going to say, I love my son, now his wife, his kids. So your mind's connection, likewise, a Buddha connection to the every sentient being. This tool, beginning the person who I always say, person who connection to your heart. Then you can move to the other person, then maybe 10, then 100, then they become called Buddhi minds. All living being is very important in your own family. Then this mind is like the strength, this Buddhi mala. All 108 or 111 is stay together as possible. You get a connection to the all sentient beings, your prayer, Me is always important, base of the grasping. Me, but all what I use, everything's base of the others, not myself. Everything's others. This prayer needs to belong to the others, make sense. The learning is like your son's birthday to everyone's birthday. And also we remember, we say, every moment is your new life. Every breathing is new life. Death or life is breathing or not breathing in the simple way.
Thank you. Understood.
One more last. If don't help, then we will dedication, or you will maybe anybody want chat. That's time, the chat time. Between the samsara and nirvana chat. I think this also people call chat room, right? This is now with the chat room. Yes.
Lama, the Dharmakaya.
Dharmakaya, not Dharmakaya.
Sorry, Dharmakaya.
Yes.
That permeates everything, like Buddha nature. Is this correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'm working on trying to understand the three kayas.
Yes.
That helps. Just
Yeah.
to check stuff out every once in a while.
Okay. You can check once in a while, okay?
Okay.
All right. Now they open for prayer book, prayer for world peace. Chenan Jumwa Drukbe Jujinge Narma Drukbe Mizudayam Salu Jedon Najun Jumbo Zase Serzon Loni Maju Charju Menyam Ganjan Daje De Sayu Mendoi Junji Njibwa Kewara Danla Zuba Dhamma Zu Dhamni Junde Nuze Rida Junde Shinshin Zana Jumjuro Je Medo Mime Ndowai Tada Gyulai Chanju Samjo Rimbo Jin Ngagi Jine Nuze Samjo Penju Chambe Samdan Dine Jam Zamling Tawu Diji Beje London Dumbo Dorde Yune Sho Zasum Java Seje Dembe To Konde Give Tawa Kanji Tajo Losamo Nomboro Govit Soda Mombe and the Jiro English.
The three jewels and three roots, trustworthy source of refuge, and in particular the Lord of the land of snow, Avalokiteshvara, Jitsantara, and Guru Padmasambhava. I supplicate you, please follow your previous pledges. Bestow blessings that this aspiration prayer may be fulfilled most perfectly. Due to the degeneration of time, when thoughts and deeds of beings are perverted, and the inner and outer elements have lost their balance, people and cattle are seized by epidemic disease previously unheard of, intruding Rahus, Nagas, powerful demons, and dark forces, blight, frost, and hail, bad harvest, warfare, and so forth, erratic rainfall, heat, misery, and droughts in the world, destruction by the elements such as earthquakes and the threat of fire, and in particular, barbaric offenses causing harm to the teachings are rampant. May all types of harm and injury around the world be swiftly pacified and overcome. May precious and supreme bodhicitta spontaneously arise in the mind streams of all beings, human and non-human, and may they be free of destructive thoughts and deeds. May all be endowed with a loving mind for one another, and may well-being, glory, and prosperity prevail throughout the world. May the Buddha's teachings spread far and wide and everlast. By the truthful power of the three roots, the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, by any root of virtue existing in samsara and nirvana, by the power of our perfectly pure highest intention, may the fruition of our supplication and aspiration be attained.
So Sunday, always the long life, all the great teachers. We need page 78, only English maybe, yeah.
For this realm,
Sacred Seneca Mountains, you are the source of every benefit, blessed without exception. Tinsi Jazu, you heard the Avalokiti Shora. May you remain stays for until in samsara end. Embodiment of three precious jewels, Padmapani, who hold the teachings and the victorious one, sing the old goodness meanings of wisdom I. May you, the spontaneous, established activities, live long for hundreds of gables. Noble Manjushri, the Lord of speech, who manifest the whole the teachings in Tilva Gem, or raise and limb the sages' teachings. May you, the light of Dharma, live long for hundreds of gables. You possess the repository, the essence of teaching, the past persons, you are the precious quencher or refuge in all beings. You are the treasure travel of wish fulfill Norbu. May you do quencher Norbu establish the sages' rare and supreme teachings, restoring, binding, and propagating concrete teaching scripture in the realization, fast blooming your brain, Lord's mind. May you live long. 84, 86, 86. Om Swadi, Vajradhara, Dharmakaya, the all-pervading nature Amidayud, Sambhogagaya, the ceaseless essence of Bhema Sambhava, all compassion. We pray you'd bestow the completely fulfill the long life, the empowerment. Bhema Sambhava, marvelous vehicle, the secret mantra, the teaching of the miracle vehicle, the Buddha world. You are the supreme Lord, the teachings collected in the sutras and the tantras. May your Buddha activities increase the remain. May the together reddening the manifest the profound meaning of the sage the path. The degeneration age, the ocean transmigrated. You are the one on the lead of the path, liberation through auspicious cons. May the under Buddha activities increase the remain. They are treated the manifestation under the face, the supreme, the emanation body. Thus, the everlasting essence, the excellent Buddha activity increase. The Ushnishiya Amitayu made the victorious one. But the white Tara is a queen, the sitter in others. The dashes of the spoken, but true many lifetime. May this Ushna also the accomplishes. The one known Holy Land area Deva emanated Garkling, Eastern Tibet, and Chudingwa. The hard sons Jigden Sungu, with the life of the glorious and God changements is for hundreds of eons. In the land of the India, you were born in the great Mahasi, the Tokzewa. In the land of the snow at Dibungtil, you emanated victorious Kungatinal. May you noble Quincho Dinzen Rubachen remain steadfast for the hundreds of eons. You that accumulate all knowledge, scriptures, and science. You are the present world and great hidden accomplished yogis. You are the all of the lineage, the yogi, ornament is generation time. May you, Nuba Kuncho Tintin Rinpoche, remain steadfast for hundreds of years. Already purified, the awakening awareness and the sublime one. Entering the hardships, austere, and entering the devotion is hard to feel the blessing, the nectar of the primordial land. I supplicate you, feed the one of the jhana, by the power of the authentic blessing, the three supreme ones, by the power of the deeply heart of supplication, Jizun Lama and the changeless three secret. May your water essence forever remain in you who the richly endowed with the glorious wealth, the Dharma knowledge, who through reflecting and meditating actualize the self-aware of the true reality. Nishan with 100,000 lives, the ethical Buddha, may you live long. So now go back the supplication or dedication, page 70. Dorjichang, Teloba, Naroba, Marba, Miloreba, Damalord, Gambaba. Please bless open the most auspicious blessings of all graduate lamas. By this virtue may achieve domination, be depleting eminence and completion, may hold the traveling the waves of birth, old and sickness and death, across ocean of the samsara. Bodhicitta, the excellent precious mind, where is unborn may rise, where is born may not decline, but ever increase and higher and higher. I pray this Lama have good health. I pray this Lama have long life. I pray your Dharma exhibit is spread far and wide. I pray that may all suffer from you, as much as the way to realize ultimate state. And as did Samantabhadra, all who follow in the path, fully dedicate all merit, all sentient beings. By the blessing of Buddha who attended three Gayas, by the blessing of the true, the unchanging Dharma as such, by the blessing of the individual Sangha order, may the merit share their fruit. By the virtues in three times, by myself, all being the samsara and nirvana, and by the innate virtue, may all sentient beings quickly attain unsurpassed, perfect, complete, and precious enlightenment. Teachings of great Ndungpa, Ranashri, Cosmonation of the Dharma, Master of the Interdependent, continuing cruise through stardom, practice contemplation and meditation until the end of the samsara. Glorious, holy, vulnerable, precious, kind, root and lineage lamas. Divine assemblies humblest Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, yogins, yoginis, and yoginis. Interaction. This is my prayer. May the virtues collected in the three times by myself and all sentient beings in samsara and nirvana, and the innate root of virtue, not result in the eight worldly concerns, the four causes of samsara, or rebirth as a Shrivaka or Pratyekya Buddha.
May all other sentient beings, especially those enemies who hate me and mine, obstructing the mind, misleading martyrs and the hordes of demons, experience happiness, be separated from suffering, and swiftly attain unsurpassed, perfect, complete, and precious Buddhahood. By the power of this vast virtue, may I benefit all beings through my body, speech, and mind. May the afflictions of desire, hatred, ignorance, arrogance, and jealousy not arise in my mind. May attachment to fame, reputation, wealth, honor, and concern for this life not arise even a moment. May my mind still be moistened by loving kindness, compassion, bodhicitta, and through that may I become a spiritual master with a good quality equal to infinity space. May I gain the supreme attainment of Mahamudra in this very life. May the torment of suffering not arise even time of my death. May I not die with negative thoughts. May I not die with confused view. May I not experience an untimely death. May I die joyfully and happiness, great luminosity, mind such, pervading clarity Dharmada. May I gain case in the supreme attainment of Mahamudra at the time of death and Nirvana. Thanks everyone. Thanks Aaron, and everyone take good care and see you very soon.
Thank you, Lama
Thank-
La.
Thank you, Lama. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lama.
Thank you everyone.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, 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 bye. Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Bye.
Samsara bag is pen. Okay, everyone.